Hey guys, how is it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about a Nintendo Switch game called Lucah, Born of a Dream. This is an action-adventure RPG game that has you playing as a character by the name of Lucah, who's kind of cursed and has to make his way through a variety of different areas that have a lot of exploration elements and RPG elements that kind of play like a 2D over-the-top perspective Dark Souls with the way the combat plays in the game. But I'll talk about that later. The main thing that I want to touch on is what exactly attracted me to Lucah, Born of a Dream, and it was its art style. Now, looking at this, it's a combination between like a minimalist art style with like 8-bit graphics that are similar to like Atari and stuff like that, but it's all hand-drawn. Everything looks like it's just sketched by somebody that just had a marker or some pens and just kind of like scribbled it all over the place. In fact, it's quite abstract at times. The character himself is a little mess of scribbles, and it's actually kind of adorable to play as a little like scribble stick figure that has a sword and a little sidekick, and you go against these big evil looking enemies that are just so much more gigantic than you, and for scribbles they're actually quite menacing looking. So this game's art style does kind of attract me because it's just so out there and different. Now there's like a warning on this game for people that suffer through epilepsy and stuff, because there's like flashes and certain effects and things of that nature on here, and they really made sure that you knew about that. Like even the description of this game on Nintendo's website has that warning. Me personally, I didn't experience it. I have no idea if it's because of the art style, how it's kind of like scribbles and stuff, and maybe the color palette. I have no idea. I just know personally that I really enjoyed the way that this game looked like. Now, to touch back on the whole Dark Souls comparison, your character has 3 different methods of attacking. He has a sidekick that he can use to like attack for him if you're running out of stamina, because there is stamina management in here. You have a heavy attack and a light attack, and there's ways to map the buttons. Traditionally, it's like the X button is the heavy attack and the A button is the light attack, and if you attack too much, your stamina kind of lowers to where you can't attack for a certain amount of time. There's a cooldown period, so kind of does have that Dark Souls vibe. Thankfully, you are able to match or map the button configuration to suit it to yourself, because I kind of don't like the way that it's laid out. I would have preferred like the B button to actually do the attack, and you know, have it arranged to where B and Y were doing it. I don't know why, I just don't like the outer buttons being used for attacks in games like this. But there's also a unique ability that are called like mantras in this game, where you get certain abilities and upgrades and stuff, and you can kind of customize like your fight loadout, like your set and stuff, like to what types of different abilities and attacks you have. So there's a lot of combinations in how your character will play and turn out, and based on these again as to what your heavy attack might be, your light attack might be, and other things, other benefits, different perks that you have in this game. It has a lot of elements of action RPGs, as I mentioned. There's a lot of exploration elements and stuff, and at times it's easy to get lost in this game, and the difficulty is actually there. It's above and beyond difficult, I would say. At times it's like, holy cow, you're just getting bombarded by some of these enemies all at once, and depending on your loadout and how much you've played through, how much mantras, different types of things that you can do to change your mantras, is how effective you would be in battle. So you will die a lot. I've died several times in this game. It's almost like a roguelike aspect, but it's not randomly generated or anything with the level layouts. But you kind of have to die in order to get better at the game, because you get different power-ups and stuff. You can edit your mantra, your fight abilities and things like that, and then you can go and do a little bit better. So there is quite a bit of a grind here, but again, just the overall look and aesthetic of this game is definitely what attracted me. The gameplay is pretty on par and pretty average as far as like something else that might be similar to this. I guess the one thing that does distinguish it separate and makes it its own thing is its art style, but it does play fairly good, fairly reasonable and stuff like that. I think the challenge might throw people off a little bit and maybe like scare some people away, but for the most part I think it is a pretty good little quality game. It's $14.99 in the eShop. It has a pretty good little soundtrack too, actually. Indie games that are kind of weird and quirky like this always attract my attention because, like, for the most part, you always see like 8-bit pixelated like NES and SNES graphics and stuff, and then once in a while you'll get somebody that throws something like random like this, and that's actually what attracted me. And it, again, doesn't play too bad, and it's just weird and quirky. So maybe this might be up your alley. It's not a bad game by any means. I just know that the difficulty might kind of like scare some people off, but once you get used to the way that the game plays and you get used to like being able to use the dodge attacks, it's like Dark Souls. Once you learn how to like dodge attacks and change your loadout and you get strong enough, then the game becomes a fun little challenge. So yeah, go ahead and feel free to check it out, guys. And I'm going to end it right there. That's it for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching. Again, if you're brand new to the channel, feel free to throw a subscription. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Peace out. Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric, and I just wanted to remind you guys that I will be at the Southeast Game Exchange in Greenville, South Carolina, Ric Flair country. Can I get a woo in the comments, guys? Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's my first time going to this convention, and I love it because it's up in that dirty, dirty South. So it's going to be August 24th and 25th. It is a 2-day con. I'm going to be road tripping up that way with Jay from the Shady J Show, and we're going to be joining several other guests here. We got JLove81, we got Riff from Pixel Game Squad, we got NES Addict. We have tons of people. Who do we got? Well, let me fill you in with that info right here. So if you want to come out, we got Ed and Nuzizata. I don't know. I don't want to butcher your name, but apparently he programmed a lot of Apple II games, a lot of Saturn games, Genesis games. So he's a big wig gaming programmer. That's kind of neat. Maybe I'll bring something for him to sign. We got limited run games in the house. I'm going to be buying up all those Switch games that I missed out on. So you better be there or else I'm going to snatch them all up, guys. We also have Olivia Mears, Taco Bell herself, will be at this convention. I'm gonna definitely get a photo op with her. And then we also have, not to mention, some other YouTubers, Generation Gap Gaming, we have Rock Solid Productions, we have Your Player 2, Russ Lyman, holy crap, up and coming Russ Lyman, who's been getting all that momentum, will be here. Guys, come get him before he gets a gajillion subscribers. Then we also have, not to mention, BP Power, Kurt Weisman, we have Distant Dark Hairs. So there's a lot of guests that will be at this thing, but not to mention, you know what, forget us guests, because there's going to be games here. There's going to be games to buy left and right. You're going to be knee deep in video games, and there's going to be retro and modern video game tournaments, tabletop tournaments, lots of things to do, panels. Looks like a great time. So yeah, this is Southeast Game Exchange. Put the link to their website down below. Again, this is the 24th and 25th in Greenville, South Carolina. I definitely am looking forward to it. It's going to be great weather. It's not going to be too cold. It's not going to be too hot. It's going to be just right. And you know what? Maybe we could get a beer afterwards, guys. This is a family-friendly event. And I also will be having merch available. The 8-Bit Eric Club will be in full effect, so be sure to pick up a t-shirt, maybe get a picture with me, and let's become friends, because I love meeting each and every single one of you guys. So yeah, looking forward to it. Southeast Game Exchange, the 24th and 25th of August. I will see you there. I will be appearing at Game On Expo August 9th to the 11th. Looking forward to it. This is my 4th Game On Expo. Holy cow. Already been there several times. Each time I go, more and more, I enjoy it. It becomes much more epic. I mean, this year alone, we're going to have Charles Martinet, who voices Mario. We're going to have the voice actor for Bowser, the voice actor for Peach. We're going to have the voice actor for Ash Ketchum, and the voice actor for Bulbasaur and other Pokemon. So there's a lot of voice actors. It's not just a YouTube convention, but some of your favorite YouTubers, including myself and Shady J from the Shady J Show, will be in attendance, but also John Hancock, Boogie2988, Kinsey, Metal Jesus Rocks, John Riggs, and plenty more that have yet to be announced will be at this convention. It's an awesome 3-day convention. There's so much to do here. They have lots of tournaments, lots of panels, lots of after-party activities, things like this. You know, the desert's already hot, but when Game On Expo comes to Phoenix, it is super hot. So this is at the Phoenix Convention Center, right in the heart of downtown. There's a lot of different bars, pubs, restaurants, and everything to do. I always have a great time. And again, I will be out there with some merch and, you know, taking pictures, kissing babies, things like that. So yeah, first Game On Expo, and then we have Southeast Game Exchange coming up. So that's my 2 August conventions, which I'm definitely looking forward to being a part of. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. You want to become part of the hashtag 8BE Nation, guys? Well, be sure to pick up your official merch, now available online. Link is below in the description. We got classic t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, and even women's apparel. Don't forget, pick up your official merch now. And while you're at it, guys, feel free to watch the next video, or why don't you catch up on one that you might have previously missed. Thanks again, guys, for all the support. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are amazing, and don't forget to subscribe and click that like button if you are brand new. Thanks again, guys. Peace out.